From all of us here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, have a Merry Christmas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the weekend edition this Christmas Day, Prime Minister Davis delivers his first Christmas Day message. Safety tips to observe as the holiday season continues. The Kiwanis Club of Nassau serving up hot meals. And in sports, Phoenix Sun center DeAndre Ayton grateful to be playing on Christmas Day. The details of these and other stories ahead as the weekend edition starts now. A message of hope from the nation's chief. Good evening and Merry Christmas. This is the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Lloyd Allen. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news, while this year, like the one before it, has been a challenging one, the nation's chief during his Yuletide address offering a ray of light in what has been a dark past 2 years for not just the Bahamas, but the world. During his Christmas address, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis QC calling on Bahamians to remember the true meaning of the season and to come together in both love and unity.
Christmas, let us take special inspiration from everyone who gave so generously to Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. Whether it's the family we are born into, the family we live near to, or the family we create over our lifetimes, let us do what we can to show our love and support for each other.
Now, the PM adding that with an impending fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic set to eventually reach our shores, it can only be through a great spirit of togetherness that we can overcome this major obstacle.
This has been another challenging year for so many Bahamians. And even as our country moves forward with hope into a new day, many challenges remain. We have made progress in the fight against the spread of COVID, but we need to stay vigilant. The surge which is currently being experienced in other countries is likely to soon affect us here in the Bahamas. And even though we have recently made progress to ease the economic crisis of the past 2 years, life remains a struggle for far too many. But because of the love and support we can give to each other, we can strengthen our bonds as part of one big Bahamian family.
And the idea of women in politics has seen significant progress globally and here at home in recent years. And as the government continues to push toward transforming the country and the lives of Bahamians, one young politician is celebrating this advancement, thanking those who have come before her, seeing them as not just role models, but as also resources to impact positive change. Minister of Housing and Transport, the Honorable Jobeth Colby Davis, explains.
You have persons that you can lean on. You have persons that you can call on. You can look to for guidance. Now I'm in a ministry, transport, which was held by the Honorable Glennis Hannah Martin. And so I have her to call on, to speak to when I have questions, queries, and different policy decisions that I want to make. I call on her to ask her to give me some type of input on when she was there prior and how she would have managed the situation. It helps because even in times when you feel like you don't know what to do, you know that you have persons you can call on. And I think that's what's important for the young people, to know that they won't be left alone in this situation, but they'll have their big sisters, their big brothers to lean on, to call on, to guide them through the walk.
And Colby Davis also sharing plans on enhancing her ministry for the new year.
We have a lot of things we're going to be rolling out in January. Transport, Road Traffic Department is going to go through a big overhaul. We're also going to be seeking to do some transformation with the Postal Service. So right now there are a lot of discussions going on with some international persons who can assist us to re-energize and automate and modernize the Postal Service. I've been in the private sector for almost 12 years, and so I'm used to a different sort of system. I'm used to a faster turnaround turnaround. And so really what was important for me was just to understand the public service, understand the levels of how things are done, how it's rolled out, how it's approved. And so that was what was really important to me.
Also, a local organization doing its part to ensure residents of an over-the-hill community had a hot meal this Christmas morning. The Kiwanis Over the Hill Club hosting a feeding project in conjunction with the Kiwanis Club of Fox Hill and the Evangelistic Center Church located on Vesey Street. Now the group distributed dozens of plates filled with some good old-fashioned peas and rice and ham and turkey to residents of the Bain and Grantstown community.
For the past 4 years, we've been providing hot Christmas meals for the community. We want to make sure that everyone enjoys Christmas with a hot meal at least. This year we partnered with the pastor and the members of the Evangelistic Center on Blue Hill and Vesey Street, along with the Kiwanis Club of Fox Hill. We came together this year to make this event special.
According to the church's pastor, the initiative was well received by residents.
It means a lot to us. We are pleased to partner with Kiwanis Club to assist with the social development of our community. And this is the church's role, to be a part and a beacon within this community. And this is only a vehicle by which we express the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Also feeding the community today was the Rotary Club of Nassau, working in partnership with Shekinah Family Word Center Ministries, Kwaku Street, the Church of God of Prophecy, Meadow Street, and Fox Hill Urban Renewal, providing full Christmas meals for 30 families in the Baintown, Grantstown, and Fox Hill communities who were unable to afford a Christmas meal themselves.
One of the good deeds that we do is we go to families. We identify families in this area, in these areas, where we give them a Christmas meal that they can be happy. Because, you know, it's so when you look at the joys on their face this morning, it's something you can do to put smiles on people's face. People are hurting, but we think that this is the least we can do among our people in our communities. So Rotary is so proud for another act of kindness, and this is what we do, service above self.
And still to come, a service-based organization went to PMH bearing gifts for 2 proud moms this Christmas Day. The details ahead when the weekend edition continues after the break.
Comfort,
tradition,
celebration,
joy,
memories,
and love.
Where the heart is.
5 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I was devastated. I was afraid of losing my sight or losing my legs. I was scared. But then I visited my doctor, and I control my diabetes by taking my blood sugar test every morning with a simple prick of the finger. I exercise for half an hour each day, mostly in the evenings. I make sure to eat a balanced meal, including fruits and vegetables, limiting processed foods like chips and fast foods like French fries. I keep up with my checkup appointments with my doctor every 3 to 6 months. Don't let your diabetes control your life. Know your numbers. Regain control.
This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO, Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
Did you know
that 1 in every 3 women worldwide have experienced intimate partner or non-partner sexual violence in their lifetimes? It's not a topic that we talk about often. We like to pretend that it doesn't happen to our sisters, our mothers, aunts, and people we know. We need to have the conversation. Get help. Know the signs. Say no to violence against women.
One of the things that the church must be aware of, that this is no time and season for us to get so deep and holy that we can't hail folk who hurting next to us. We can't hail the people in our neighborhood. We can't see how hungry they are. We can't get too deep, brothers and sisters, and so anointed that we forget that if someone hurt you, you gotta forgive them.
Sundays at 8:30 a.m. on ZNS TV 13.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell Holiday Extravaganza.
And what better Christmas gift is there than the gift of life? Well, 2 local moms just happen to be the recipients of that gift as they welcome their bundles of joy this World Christmas Day. The annual tradition of highlighting the first baby boy and baby girl on Christmas Day is one that the Senior Assistant Hospital Administrator Leotha Colby says is a well-received gift.
For the 25th of December 2021 is baby boy of Franique Stubbs, and the first baby girl born for December 25th of this year is Berlin Celestine.
Making a presentation of gifts to the new moms, the Kiwanis Club of New Providence, also the Rotaract Club of East Nassau donated gifts to the children's ward at the Princess Margaret Hospital.
And just to share some love and joy during this season. I mean, we pray it's a blessing to the parents that are receiving it.
We came by today to deliver Christmas gifts to the children's wards of PMH. We also have homemade cookies and icing so that they can do some cookie decoration. We wanted to share some cheer this holiday season.
And today, some Christmas traditions continue to be seen nationwide, with many residents deciding to partake in a number of activities. While some persons were naturally headed to church to usher in the holiday, others were busy heading to grocery stores, likely to get those final ingredients for a Christmas dinner, purchasing last-minute gifts, or even out and about visiting family or friends to socialize safely. And likely a reality in many communities, the priceless activity of going outside to ride a new bike, test a model plane, or remote-controlled toy. This, of course, celebrated by mostly children or those children at heart. And while Christmas Day is taken for granted as a day of giving and joy, one local law enforcement officer is cautioning motorists to not let their guards down as criminals remain on the move, especially during the holidays.
For persons who are shopping, especially during this time, I will ask that you please secure your valuables.
Local traffic officer Corporal Patrick Camp making a difference in a small but meaningful way as he decided to take time to advise the public on ways to protect themselves during the season. Among these tips, transporting gifts safely.
If possible, make space in your back trunk before you leave home, so that you can put your valuables in your back trunks, which is probably the safest place to secure your goods. If you're gonna have those in the vehicle, maybe you wanna travel with a cloth, towel, or a sheet, anything that you can put over your valuables in your vehicle to prevent persons from seeing those stuff.
Camp also advising drivers to be alert even when parked for extended periods.
Crime doesn't discriminate, and these would-be criminals don't discriminate who they're gonna make their next victim, and it can be pretty much anywhere through the island. All right, so I'm going to encourage the persons out there while you're traveling from your various destinations to please be observant. A lot of persons are taking for granted that you could be the next person, the next victim.
Like this unsuspecting motorist on the phone and with her window down, Camp says a criminal can easily spot vulnerabilities like this to engage in a crime of opportunity. But even while driving, he says be suspicious of any anomalous behavior.
You might want to pay special attention to your rearview mirror to take notice if there's a vehicle that's tailing you longer and that's making you uncomfortable. I wouldn't advise that you that you make your way home. I would advise that you call somebody at that point in time, because that is an emergency situation. Call 911, make them aware of what's happening so that they can dispatch a unit.
And once you're heading home, checking your environment can literally become a life or death decision.
You might see a vehicle that's parked at the end of the corner near your residence that is not a familiar vehicle to you. And you might not be able to take notice of who all might be in the vehicle, how many individuals might be in the vehicle. But if you see something that that's out of character, you want to dial 911. I wouldn't advise you to pull in your driveway and come out of your driveway. I wouldn't even advise you to go investigate.
And sadly, a family here in the capital will spend this Christmas weekend mourning the loss of a loved one as police in the capital are probing into the country's latest homicide, which occurred overnight. Preliminary reports are that sometime around 8:30 p.m. Friday, police were alerted of a male shot on Kwaku Street. Officers were dispatched, and on their arrival, they found an adult male lying in the street with wounds to the head consistent with gunshots. Emergency medical services visited the scene, and on completion of their examination, the male was pronounced dead. Initial investigations revealed that the victim was standing in the area of Kwaku Street when a male armed with a firearm approached and shot him in the head. The suspect fled the scene on foot. This matter remains under active investigation. When we do sports after the break, DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns, like myself, having to work on Christmas Day. Details ahead. But before we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up.
Don't miss the Shell Holiday Extravaganza for a chance to win over $40,000 in amazing prizes. It's easy to win. Fuel up with $20 gas at any Shell service station. Complete the entry form on your receipt. Take a picture of it and WhatsApp it to 422-0271 or upload it at winwithshellbahamas.com for a chance to win cash, staycations, grocery vouchers, Jumbo gift certificates, free fuel, and so much more. Conditions apply. Happy holidays from Shell.
New year, new time. Watch Conversations with Christ every Sunday at 10 a.m. And I'll tell you why. Because God said 1,000 years is like a day for me. And that's why you could have a thief on the cross pray for just a few seconds and get forever, and get forgiveness, and get eternity. So every single Sunday for 30 minutes, we're going to praise God together. So every Sunday at 10 a.m., Conversations with Christ.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys waited today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been jonesing for some grouper dread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
Where the fish gone, though?
But how though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
Do you worry that you or your loved one may get COVID-19 and possibly die? Getting a COVID-19 vaccine can lower your risk of severe illness or death from COVID-19. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is available, and currently, you'll only need one shot to be fully vaccinated. Talk to your healthcare professional about getting vaccinated. Continue to wash your hands, wear your face mask, practice physical distancing, and get vaccinated now.
This portion of the news brought to you by Genuine Care, keeping you home while you're away.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Sports, his team has become the cream of the crop in the NBA, but DeAndre Ayton isn't taking anything for granted, especially being able to play in a primetime game on Christmas Day.
Man, I'm gonna lie. I feel like that I should thank the NBA, for gifting me with a Christmas gift. I'm playing on Christmas Day. Like, a lot of guys, that's not playing on Christmas gonna be opening their gifts, probably working out, probably getting ready for the next game. But me, I got kids waking up to go see DeAndre and the Phoenix Suns play. That's an honor. You can't take that for granted either. So, stuff like that's just hard work. People recognizing us, just winning and stuff like that. And this is the reward. And, you just got to be grateful and not take it for granted at all.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
John the Baptist, the kingdom suffered violence, and the violence took it by storm, calling the afflicted, calling all souls in despair. Welcome to the Voice of Deliverance telecast from the ministry that is reaching out all over the land, delivering souls and changing lives. The Voice of Deliverance. We're on the move for the Lord. The Voice of Deliverance. We've got a message from the Word.
PrEP is for people who are HIV negative and are at risk of contracting HIV. When used properly, PrEP can provide a high level of protection against HIV, and it is even more effective when it is combined with condoms and other prevention methods. PrEP has been revolutionary for HIV prevention, but not enough people know about it. It is important to spread the word about PrEP and encourage people to have this conversation with their healthcare provider. For more information about PrEP, contact the Bahamas National AIDS Program at 242-604-9060. Get informed. Make the right choice for you.
Tis the season of giving, so don't be shy. Reach out to others.
Call a family member you haven't heard from in a while. Catch up with an old friend. Volunteer with a charity or make a donation. Give someone a helping hand. Take some food to your neighbor. There are many ways to help others and much more ways to show you care.
So start making plans. We all can show a little more holiday cheer. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from ZNS Digital Media.
...2021. Thanks for not being last year, but you certainly held your own. Join us December 29th at 8 p.m. as we take a look back at the peaks and valleys, hits and misses, gains and losses, as the country braced itself for a reset. Join us on the ZNS Network, December 29th at 8 p.m.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low fiber, high fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
It's a part of all of our lives. ZNS TV is where we go for information, entertainment, and enjoyment. ZNS is there with something for everyone. ZNS TV, a part of our lives for 40 years.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Lloyd. On this beautiful Christmas day, we are near clear skies with a temperature of 77 degrees. The relative humidity is around 59%. We have easterly winds at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.0 millibars, that's 30.13 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the islands this evening, we're picking up 75 degrees in Marsh, Hababico, Greentoll, Key, and also in Freeport, 75 degrees there, 78 in the Berry Islands and Bimini, 76 in Harbor Island, Rock Sound, Eleuthera at 77 degrees. We have 76 in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key. Taking you further south, 78 showing up in Rygat Island, Clarence Sound Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay may go on a 79, 79 in Acklands, Matutani, Nagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And your motive forecast tonight through Sunday, you can anticipate light and variable winds with flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. High tide will take place at 12 minutes past midnight, low tide at 6:27 tomorrow morning. In the central and southeastern islands tonight through Sunday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Satellite pictures showing high pressure, the dominant feature across the Bahamas, and that is suppressing cloud development, save for in the central and parts of the southeast Bahamas. We have a little bit of low-level cloudiness taking place there. But in the northwest Bahamas, we're near clear skies, and that will remain for the next few days. Tonight, we're going in for clear and cool conditions, 65 degrees for your low. And tomorrow, it's going to be another gorgeous day, mostly sunny and nice, 79 degrees for your high temperature. And extended weather forecast, beautiful weather right through the weekend, taking us into next week as well. We're going to have some many days of sunny days, and the temperatures, they're going to start warming up just slightly on Tuesday, getting you back into the low 80s, Lloyd.
Well, as always, Basil, thank you so much for that update, and a Merry Christmas to you and your family. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.